When heaven weeps, a glimpse of recent tragedies. The earth trembles, the sky unleashes its fury. These are not mere events, they are cries of pain from our planet. In China, floods have swept through villages, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Homes are reduced to rubble. Lives are lost in the blink of an eye. The Philippines, too, have felt the sting of nature's wrath. Typhoons, like angry beasts, have ripped through their islands, leaving scars on the land and in the hearts of the people. These calamities are a stark reminder of our fragility. They remind us that we are not in control. Nature, in its raw power, can unleash chaos and devastation, but in the midst of the wreckage, there is also hope. There is resilience, and there is a call to action. Whispers on the wind. Are these events divine warnings? Could the whispers we hear in the wind be more than just the rustling of leaves? Could they be a sign, a message trying to reach us? Could these tragedies be more than just natural disasters? Could they hold deeper, supernatural implications that we are yet to understand? Could they be messages from above? Are these calamities a form of divine communication trying to convey something important to us? Could they be God's way of getting our attention? Is there a higher purpose behind these events, a reason that we need to uncover? Throughout history, calamities have often been seen as divine warnings. Many cultures and religions have interpreted natural disasters as messages from the divine, urging humanity to change its ways. They are wake-up calls, urging us to examine our lives, our choices, and our relationship with God. These events push us to look inward and question our actions and their alignment with divine will. The Bible is filled with stories of God using natural events to speak to his people. From the great flood to the plagues of Egypt, these stories serve as reminders of divine intervention. He used floods, plagues, and famines to guide, discipline, and ultimately, to redeem. These events were not just punishments, but also opportunities for growth and redemption. Are we listening to his whispers today? In the midst of modern calamities, are we attuned to the messages that might be hidden within them? Are we paying attention to the signs of the times? Current events may hold clues and warnings that we need to heed to navigate our future. These are questions we must each ask ourselves. In the face of disaster, self-reflection becomes crucial. How do we respond to these potential divine warnings? Indeed, these events make us ponder deeply. They force us to confront our vulnerabilities and our place in the grand scheme of things. They remind us to reflect on our actions and to seek a higher purpose. In the aftermath of a storm or flood, we are given a moment to pause and consider our path. In every storm, there is a lesson, and in every flood, a chance for renewal. These events, while devastating, also offer opportunities for growth, change, and a renewed sense of purpose. The strength of many unity in the face of disaster. When disaster strikes, it can feel as if the world is falling apart. But it is in these moments that the true spirit of humanity shines through. We see it in the countless acts of kindness, large and small. We see it in the volunteers who risk their own safety to help others. We see it in the outpouring of support from around the globe. Unity is our greatest strength. When we come together, putting aside our differences, we become an unstoppable force. We become beacons of hope in the darkest of times. We become living proof that love conquers all. Let us remember this, not just in times of crisis, but every single day. The arc before the storm, preparedness as our shield. While we cannot always prevent disasters, we can prepare for them. Preparation is our best defense against the unpredictable forces of nature and unforeseen events. Just as Noah built an ark before the flood, we too must take steps to protect ourselves and our loved ones. This involves understanding the risks we face and taking proactive measures to mitigate them. This means having emergency plans in place, stocking up on supplies, and knowing how to stay safe during and after a calamity. It's about being ready for any situation, whether it's a natural disaster, a health crisis, or any other emergency. Preparedness is not about living in fear. It's about being informed and ready, so that fear does not control us. It is about taking responsibility for our well-being. By preparing, we take control of our future and ensure that we can handle whatever comes our way. It is about being proactive rather than reactive. Taking steps now can prevent panic and confusion later. It is about facing the unknown with courage and wisdom. Preparedness gives us the tools and knowledge to navigate through crises with confidence. Let us not wait for disaster to strike before we act. The time to prepare is now, when we have the clarity and resources to do so effectively. Let us be prepared, for in preparedness, there is peace of mind. Knowing that we have done everything we can to protect ourselves brings a sense of calm and security. Preparedness empowers us. It gives us the strength to face challenges head-on. It transforms uncertainty into confidence. By taking simple steps today, we can safeguard our future. Preparedness is an investment in our safety and well-being. Let us build our own ark, one that shields us from the storms of tomorrow. Together, we can create a safer, more resilient future for ourselves and our communities. Section 5. Anchors in the Tempest. Faith and Responsibility. When the storms of life rage around us, it is our faith that keeps us grounded. It is our belief in a loving God that gives us hope when all seems lost. But faith is not a passive thing. It is not simply about believing, it is about doing. It is about taking action, about being responsible stewards of our planet, and about caring for those in need. We have a responsibility to protect God's creation, to be good neighbors, and to lend a helping hand whenever and wherever we can. Our faith should inspire us to act, to make a difference in the world, and to be a source of light in the darkness. Section 6. The Walls of Jericho, China's Greed and the Crumbling Walls. China, a nation of immense power and influence, stands at a crossroads. Its insatiable appetite for economic growth has come at a steep price. Environmental degradation, rampant pollution, and a disregard for the well-being of its people have left deep scars on the land and in the hearts of many. Like the walls of Jericho, the foundations of this mighty nation are beginning to crumble. The recent calamities could be seen as a warning, a sign that the pursuit of material wealth at all costs is unsustainable and ultimately self-destructive. Will China heed this warning? Will it turn away from its greed and embrace a more just and sustainable path? The world watches and waits. Section 7. A Shepherd's Courage. The Philippines and the Spirit of David. The Philippines, a nation often battered by natural disasters, embodies the spirit of David, the shepherd boy who faced down the giant Goliath. Despite their vulnerability, the Filipino people possess an unwavering faith and an indomitable spirit. They face adversity with courage, resilience, and an unyielding belief in the goodness of God. Like David, they understand that true strength comes not from military might or economic power but from a heart filled with faith. They know that even in the darkest of times, God is with them, providing comfort, strength, and hope. Section 8. The Blood of Innocence. A stark reminder and a call to action. We cannot ignore the human cost of these calamities. Thousands have lost their lives, many of them innocent children. Their deaths weigh heavily on our hearts. They are a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the urgent need for change. The blood of the innocent cries out to us. It demands that we act, that we do everything in our power to prevent such tragedies from happening again. We must work together to address climate change, to build more resilient communities, and to create a world where every child has the chance to live a long and healthy life. Section 9. From the Ashes, Hope, Finding Light in the Darkness. Even in the midst of devastation, hope flickers like a candle in the wind. We see it in the eyes of the survivors, in their determination to rebuild their lives and their communities. We see it in the outpouring of love and support from around the world. Hope is not a passive emotion, it is a call to action. It is the belief that even though things are difficult now, they will get better. It is the knowledge that we are not alone in our struggles. It is the courage to face the future with faith and determination. Section 10. A tapestry of love weaving human solidarity and compassion. We are all interconnected like threads in a vast tapestry. What happens in one part of the world affects us all. When disaster strikes, it is a reminder that we are not citizens of individual nations, but citizens of the world. We are brothers and sisters called to love and care for one another. Let us weave a tapestry of love, compassion, and solidarity. Let us reach out to those who are suffering, offering them our support, our prayers, and our resources. Let us build bridges of understanding and cooperation, recognizing that our common humanity unites us far more than our differences divide us. Section 11. The Dawn. After the storm, a future forged in faith. In the wake of every storm there lies a promise of a new beginning, a chance to rebuild and renew. The storms will come and go, but our faith will remain. It is the bedrock upon which we stand, unshaken by the tempests that life may bring. It is our anchor in the storm, our guiding light through the darkness. When the night seems endless and the path uncertain, Faith illuminates our way, giving us the strength to move forward. As we emerge from the wreckage of these calamities, let us do so with renewed purpose and a strengthened resolve. Each challenge we face is an opportunity to grow, to become more resilient, and to reaffirm our commitment to our values. Let us learn from the lessons of the past and build a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. The wisdom gained from our experiences is a precious gift, one that we must cherish and pass on. A future where we live in harmony with nature, where we care for the vulnerable, and where we put faith and love at the center of all that we do. This vision is not just a dream, but a goal we can achieve through collective effort and unwavering belief. The dawn is breaking and a new day is upon us. With each sunrise we are given a fresh start, a new opportunity to make a difference. Let us greet it with hope, with courage, and with an unwavering faith in the God who holds us in the palm of his hand. Together we can forge a future that is bright, filled with promise and anchored in the enduring power of faith.